Hi, I'm Chase Pritchett. I'm the Director of Application Development at SCA, and I want to give an intro for Dale Spoonmore's talk here in a minute. Just really about mentoring and being a positive impact in our community. And the impetus for this presentation really began about a year ago. We were at lunch, and Dale, he has built this awesome farm in his backyard that he's going to show off. And he was working on a mobile app with a friend just to explain how to build this in your own backyard. And short story, his friend had to bail on him. And Dale was asking us, who do you know that can help me? And we just said, build it yourself. There's this cool framework called Ionic. You don't know JavaScript really, but you can get started with Ionic and figure it out. And he came back a few weeks later, and he had this cool working prototype, and we did a code review, and it was like, wow, I think we could really accelerate his growth and becoming a developer if we just spend a little time, working with him. And fast forward a year, like Luke said, he's got this awesome app in the App Store. He didn't know how to develop this time last year, but he's got tons of downloads. It's just a really cool story. But there's tons of benefits to yourself if you became a mentor. For one, you're giving back to the community. I would love to see Oklahoma City be just this huge, thriving tech community. Because, we've got finance, we've got energy, we've got medical stuff. Like, there's tons of opportunity to go make just great change in Oklahoma City. Whenever you mentor someone, you're going to build deep relationships with them. Dale and I have worked together for about 4 years now. And I know him better today, unfortunately, than I did before we started this. And, that's a fault to myself. But just by working with someone, you're going to grow and build relationships with them. And in fact, like our wives are even friends now, which is kind of cool. From a personal development standpoint, you're going to grow as a leader, being able to speak clearer about technical stuff. Like Angular is not easy to talk about unless you put a lot of effort into simplifying it. And then when you've been developing for 10 years, you have a lot of assumptions or ways you do stuff that just having someone that's never seen it before say, why are you doing it this way? Like, you have to explain it to yourself and make sure you're actually doing the best job you can. And then when you see someone grow and succeed, like, it motivates yourself. Like, it's just been awesome to watch Dale grow. And I think it's always important that we remember what it's like to be a beginner, because it is difficult, and I think if you have experience, you can really help. And then you're going to learn stuff. So I haven't done much mobile development, but Dale has taught me quite a bit about how to do Ionic stuff, and it's been cool. And we've seen a ton of benefits on our team. Really the adage of rising tide lifts all boats really has applied, because watching Dale succeed has just inspired everyone at SCA to grow. And it really helps with optimism. I think optimism can help a team overcome anything. And if someone is learning and growing, everybody's going to want to learn and grow. And kind of a funny thing about collaboration happened. Having Dale sit in on code reviews, and I think developers have a hard time asking questions if they don't feel like they know something, they don't want to look not smart. Dale's not afraid to just ask, why does this work this way? And that's really opened up the team to just ask all sorts of questions. There's a few myths that you might be thinking, like, can I really do this? I'm not an expert. And you don't need to be. You're going to grow as you learn, and it doesn't need a lot of time. Dale and I spend maybe an hour or two a week just chatting. And we need to remember, you don't need a CS degree to be a programmer. They don't need to program to learn how to program. And it doesn't even need a formal program, really. You can just have coffee with someone maybe once a week. So a few tips I'd like to just suggest is, set clear expectations, because you don't want to waste their time and they don't want to waste your time. So have a goal, work on something tangible. figure out how often to meet. So, like I said, we only meet an hour or two a week, probably. You have to make it a priority, or else, in our case, Dale would know it's not a priority to me, so he wouldn't be enthused to come talk about stuff. And you really need to craft your encounters to help whoever you're mentoring. So, in our case, paired programming really helped. Trying to minimize complexity, just to listen and be patient. It's funny, like, when you're trying to talk about JavaScript words, like, you just get stupid all of a sudden. Like, what's a colon or a semicolon? Like, you have to learn the vocabulary, and you have to go slow. Like, be tolerant of mistakes. In our case, like Dale, let him make mistakes so we can see how to do things better. And you need to give him stretch assignments, like work on something real. Having Dale go demo code to people in our business has been awesome. And lastly, just encourage. So yeah, that's all I've got. I'm going to hand it off to Dale. He's going to show off the cool stuff he's been working on. Yeah, thanks.